Hey there, Alex here. This is the Vivo TWS Neo, a pair of true wireless earbuds that was released alongside the Vivo X50 Pro, which should already tell you that it's a pair of earbuds that works better with the X50 Pro, just like how the AirPods works better with Apple products. But anyway, I still want to talk a bit about these because there might be some folks who are using compatible Vivo phones and are thinking about buying these. So let's get started. Starting with design, I really like that the case is really slim, easy to carry around, and using USB-C for charging. These are half-in-ear earbuds, so you're not going to be getting much noise isolation, and if you don't like how earpods fit, you probably won't like these as well. I find them really comfortable to use, even for jogging, but there is quite a bit of wind noise while jogging outdoors, and turning up the volume isn't recommended since it could damage your hearing, so maybe it's better for indoor use. They do have IP54 dust and water resistance. The TWS Neo uses touch controls, and by default, it's a double tap to play or pause and a sliding gesture to adjust the volume. The controls are quite responsive, but I find that the volume increment is quite big, and they're easily activated while trying to adjust the fit. Like I mentioned earlier, these work better with the X50 Pro because out of the box, you already get a bunch of extra features for the earbuds. You can tweak the touch controls a little, turn off earphone detection, tweak the sound signature, locate your missing earbuds, and it even has a fast pairing option. In terms of connectivity, these are using Bluetooth 5.2 and support aptX adaptive if you have a compatible device. I do notice a slight improvement in sound quality when I turn them on. These are also advertised as having low latency, and it is indeed a bit better than usual, but compared to other TWS earbuds I've tested with a dedicated low latency mode, I think the latency is still a tiny bit higher. In terms of battery life, I was able to get over 3 hours of use on a single charge, which is usable but not fantastic. But including the charging case, I was able to get around 22 hours of playback in total, which is actually really impressive considering how small it is. Call quality is pretty good as expected. With the stem, the microphones are closer to my mouth, and they are using beamforming microphones as well. In terms of sound quality, like with most half-in-ear earbuds, the sound signature changes drastically depending on the fit. If I push them all the way in, it sounds too bassy and muddy, too loose and it becomes too thin. Even the angle affects how it sounds, but if you can figure out a fit that works for you, it's decent. Bass is not a strong suit of these because they don't really do sub-bass well due to the half-in-ear design. Mid-bass is present but can sound a bit loose. Mids are forward and full sounding, but I find it maybe a tad congested sounding in certain tracks. Treble is present, but not the most forward in the mix. Detail retrieval is decent in the mid-range, and soundstage is better than average, but still not quite as good as actual earbuds. All in all, it's relatively smooth and pleasant sounding, and I've grown to enjoy how comfortable these are to use, but I've heard better sounding TWS earbuds for sure. At 159 Singapore dollars, these are not exactly cheap, but then again, it's the same for the Apple AirPods, and people seem to enjoy those. Personally, I still feel like it's a bit too pricey considering there are so many great budget TWS earbuds in the market these days. But if you don't mind the price and want something that works great with your Vivo phone out of the box, these are somewhat decent. They offer a bunch of nice features and connectivity options, and I do think they work well enough for casual music listening, podcasts, and phone calls. Anyway, that's it for this video. Take care and stay safe.